Have you ever found yourself in a situation where someone expresses genuine surprise upon learning your actual age? That moment when they say, "No way, I thought you were at least a decade younger." While many might attribute this phenomenon to fortunate genetics or diligent skincare routines, there exists a far more profound explanation that transcends the physical realm. Today we're embarking on an enlightening journey to uncover the spiritual dimensions that may explain why certain individuals radiate a youthful essence that defies chronological boundaries. This isn't merely about appearance, it's about the powerful connection between your innermost energy and how it manifests in your physical form. If you've been blessed with an appearance that seems frozen in time, you might be carrying a unique spiritual signature, an ethereal blueprint that influences not just how others perceive you, but reflects your soul's extraordinary journey through existence. Throughout this exploration, we'll discover how the ageless quality you emanate isn't coincidental, but rather a reflection of spiritual attributes that have been cultivated, perhaps over multiple lifetimes, creating a harmony that preserves your youthful vitality in ways modern science is only beginning to comprehend. Join us as we delve into the mysterious correlation between spiritual consciousness and the preservation of youth, revealing how certain soul qualities can literally transform your physical presence in this world, making you a living embodiment of the timeless spirit that dwells within. The first mystical aspect we'll explore is what ancient wisdom traditions call ancient soul resonance. Those who carry this quality have often cycled through numerous incarnations, gathering profound insights that transcend typical human understanding. Unlike less evolved souls who might be consumed by earthly dramas and conflicts, ancient souls navigate life with a remarkable equanimity that comes from having witnessed the transient nature of worldly concerns across many lifetimes. This doesn't mean they don't experience emotions. Rather, they process them with a transcendent perspective that prevents emotional turbulence from settling into their energetic field and subsequently manifesting as physical aging. Consider how stress and emotional turmoil typically accelerate the aging process. Ancient souls naturally circumvent this phenomenon by existing in a state of inner peace that's reflected in their physical countenance. Their faces often carry a distinctive quality, a certain timeless serenity in their eyes that suggests they're observing reality through a broader lens than most. This spiritual maturity creates an energetic shield that protects their physical form from the ravages typically associated with emotional weathering, allowing them to maintain a freshness that puzzles those who expect age to leave more visible markers. If you find yourself consistently mistaken for someone 15 or 25 years younger, consider that your soul might be drawing from wells of wisdom accumulated across countless existences, creating an inner harmony that naturally preserves your outer vitality. The second spiritual dimension relates to what mystics describe as elemental frequency alignment. Individuals who appear remarkably youthful often possess an intuitive ability to synchronize with the vibrational frequencies of natural elements: earth, water, fire, air, and the more subtle etheric energies. This isn't a consciously cultivated skill, but rather an innate spiritual attunement that allows them to absorb rejuvenating energies directly from their environment. Such people often feel inexplicably drawn to natural settings, finding themselves energized after walking barefoot on earth, swimming in natural bodies of water, or simply breathing deeply in forest atmospheres. This elemental connection serves as a continuous energetic cleansing system, purging accumulated negative energies before they can manifest as physical deterioration. When these individuals enter a room, others often sense an unexplainable freshness about them, as if they carry the essence of a spring morning regardless of the actual season. Their energetic field vibrates at frequencies that naturally dissolve discordant energies, creating a perpetual state of renewal that manifests physically as youthful resilience. This ability to maintain pure energetic channels allows life force to flow unimpeded through their systems, nourishing cells and tissues with pristine vitality, rather than the stagnant energies that accelerate aging in most people. Those with elemental alignment often report experiencing synchronistic encounters with nature, birds that seem unusually drawn to them, plants that thrive under their care, or weather patterns that mysteriously accommodate their needs, all indicators of their harmonious relationship with the natural world's rejuvenating forces. The third aspect concerns what spiritual traditions identify as compassionate resonance. Those blessed with timeless features often possess extraordinary empathic capabilities, not the kind that leave them depleted after social interactions, but a mature empathy that allows them to process collective emotional energies and transmute them into higher frequencies. Unlike ordinary empaths who might absorb others' negative emotions and suffer consequently, these evolved souls have developed spiritual technologies that enable them to transform dense emotional energies without personal contamination. This alchemical ability prevents the accumulation of emotional residue that typically manifests as physical aging, allowing them to maintain remarkable youthfulness despite engaging deeply with others' emotional states. Their presence often has a noticeably calming effect on those around them, as if they're silently processing and neutralizing negative atmospheric energies without conscious effort. This continuous energetic purification extends. The fourth dimension of ageless appearance relates to what esoteric traditions call wisdom integration. Those who embody this quality have transcended the reactive patterns that dominate most human experiences, developing instead an intuitive understanding that everything unfolds according to deeper cosmic rhythms. This perspective liberates them from the exhausting cycle of resistance that characterizes ordinary consciousness, where individuals battle against circumstances they perceive as undesirable. When challenging situations arise, these wisdom-integrated souls respond with measured contemplation rather than impulsive reaction, accessing solutions from a place of expanded awareness rather than contracted fear. This fundamental shift in consciousness creates a profound psychosomatic effect, literally altering how stress hormones impact their physical systems. While conventional psychology acknowledges that stress accelerates aging, few recognize how deeply our relationship with reality itself determines our stress response. Those who approach life's complexities with wisdom integration experience a biochemical reality vastly different from those caught in resistance patterns. Their bodies produce optimal levels of regenerative compounds while minimizing inflammatory responses that accelerate cellular deterioration. If acquaintances regularly express amazement that you're approaching your 52nd year when you appear decades younger, consider that your philosophical relationship with life's challenges may be creating a biochemical environment within your body that preserves youthfulness in ways beyond conventional medical understanding. These individuals often display remarkable resilience in situations that would overwhelm others, maintaining inner equilibrium amidst external chaos, a quality that manifests as physical preservation of youthful vitality and appearance. The fifth spiritual characteristic connects to compassionate detachment, a nuanced quality that allows certain souls to engage fully with life while remaining unbound by ego-based reactivity. Unlike emotional suppression or avoidance, compassionate detachment represents a higher developmental stage where one experiences emotions without becoming identified with them. Those who possess this quality process feelings like anger, resentment, or disappointment without allowing these energies to linger in their systems, preventing the accumulation of emotional toxicity that accelerates physical aging. Their awareness remains centered in compassionate observation, regardless of circumstance, creating an inner environment where regenerative energies naturally predominate over degenerative ones. This spiritual technology enables them to navigate human experiences without accumulating the energetic debris that typically calcifies in the physical body as signs of aging. Their faces often retain a remarkable openness and softness that others lose through decades of emotional contraction, and their physical movements maintain a fluidity that suggests an absence of accumulated tension. If people commonly mistake you for someone in their early 30s when you've passed your 49th birthday, your capacity for compassionate detachment may be the spiritual mechanism preserving your youthful essence. This quality doesn't imply emotional coldness, but rather a profound emotional freedom that prevents destructive emotional patterns from establishing permanent residence in your energetic and physical systems. The sixth dimension relates to energetic adaptability, a spiritual quality that allows certain individuals to flow with life's changes rather than resisting them. While most humans instinctively resist change, creating internal friction that manifests as physical stress and accelerated aging, These adaptable souls possess a remarkable capacity to harmonize with shifting circumstances. They don't merely tolerate change, but recognize it as the fundamental nature of existence, aligning themselves with transformational currents rather than opposing them. This spiritual technology prevents the accumulation of resistance patterns that literally become encoded in facial expressions and bodily postures as visible signs of aging. Those with energetic adaptability maintain a remarkable lightness of being that translates physically as youthful vitality, even as they navigate life's complex transitions. Their physical systems remain in dynamic equilibrium rather than rigid resistance, enabling cellular regeneration to proceed optimally rather than being compromised by stress responses. If colleagues express disbelief upon learning you're approaching your 58th year when you appear to be in your late 30s, your capacity for graceful adaptation may be the spiritual factor preserving your youthful appearance. These individuals often display an unusual capacity to thrive through major life transitions that typically accelerate aging in others. Career changes, relationship transformations, or geographic relocations, maintaining their vitality by flowing with rather than against life's evolutionary currents. The seventh spiritual attribute concerns conscious optimism, a quality that transcends superficial positive thinking to embrace a profound recognition of life's inherent benevolence despite its apparent contradictions. Those who embody this quality maintain an unwavering connection to possibility even when confronting challenging circumstances, not through naive denial, but through accessing deeper dimensions of reality where creative solutions emerge. This spiritual perspective creates a biochemical environment that favors cellular regeneration over deterioration, as their systems consistently produce hormones and neurotransmitters associated with healing and renewal rather than stress and degeneration. Their regular access to elevated emotional states like appreciation, wonder, and compassionate joy creates an internal chemistry that literally slows the aging process, preserving youthful appearance in seemingly miraculous ways. If strangers consistently underestimate your age by 20 or more years, your capacity for authentic optimism may be the spiritual mechanism maintaining your youthful vitality. These individuals often radiate an unmistakable brightness that others find magnetically attractive and rejuvenating to be around, as if their presence itself communicates possibilities beyond limitation. Their faces typically display a remarkable absence of worry lines that typically accumulate through decades of anxious anticipation, replaced instead by expression patterns that reflect their habitual states of wonder, appreciation, and openness to life's positive potentials. Before we continue exploring the final spiritual dimensions that contribute to ageless appearance, I want to invite you to join our community of conscious explorers. If this perspective resonates with your own experiences or insights, subscribe to our channel to receive more content that bridges ancient wisdom with contemporary understanding. We'd love to hear about your own journey with these spiritual qualities. Have you noticed that people who embody certain spiritual attributes seem to age differently? Perhaps you've experienced this phenomenon yourself. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What fascinates me most is how these spiritual principles manifest uniquely in each person's life. Tell us which of these qualities you recognize in yourself or others who maintain youthful vitality beyond their years. Your perspective might illuminate aspects of this phenomenon we haven't yet considered, creating a collective wisdom that benefits our entire community. Remember, this isn't just about appearance, but about understanding how spiritual consciousness literally transforms physical reality, a conversation that could revolutionize how we understand human development. The eighth spiritual quality manifests as soul purpose alignment, a profound state of being where individuals live in conscious harmony with their deepest reason for incarnating. Unlike those who navigate life through societal expectations or reactive patterns, these aligned souls organize their existence around their authentic spiritual mission, creating a remarkable coherence between their inner essence and outer expression. This alignment generates an extraordinary energetic efficiency. They don't waste life force on pursuits disconnected from their true purpose, preserving vital energy that others deplete through fragmented or inauthentic living. Those living In soul-purpose alignment experience what mystics describe as flow states with remarkable frequency, accessing dimensions where time literally functions differently for their consciousness and, consequently, their physical systems. Their cellular processes benefit from this coherent energetic state, maintaining regenerative capacities that others lose through energetic misalignment and the resulting depletion. If you're approaching your 63rd year while being regularly mistaken for someone in their early 40s, your degree of soul purpose alignment may be the spiritual mechanism preserving your youthful vitality. These individuals often display an unusual passion and presence in their endeavors. Whether they serve as innovative researchers, compassionate healthcare practitioners, inspired creative artists, or wisdom teachers, their eyes typically maintain a remarkable clarity and brightness regardless of chronological age, as if the flame of purpose continuously regenerates their physical vehicle through its unwavering focus and dedication to meaningful contribution. The ninth dimension relates to what spiritual traditions identify as divine remembrance, a state of consciousness where individuals maintain consistent awareness of their connection to the infinite source of all existence. Unlike the limited self-concept that dominates conventional consciousness, those experiencing divine remembrance perceive themselves as expressions of the eternal rather than as separate entities confined to temporal limitations. This expanded identity creates a remarkable shift in how they experience and interact with physical reality, including their relationship with time itself. Their awareness remains partially anchored in timeless dimensions, even while navigating temporal existence, creating an energetic field that literally alters how aging processes unfold within their physical forms. This isn't about religious belief systems, but about direct experiential connection with the boundless awareness from which individual consciousness emerges. If colleagues express amazement that you've reached your 71st year while appearing decades younger, your capacity for divine remembrance may be the spiritual factor preserving your youthful essence. These individuals often emanate a quality that others describe as luminous or radiant, a vibration that communicates their connection to something transcendent beyond the material realm. Their presence typically evokes a sense of expanded possibility in others, as if their very being demonstrates potentials beyond conventional limitations, including those associated with chronological aging and physical deterioration. The final, and perhaps most profound spiritual attribute manifests as transcendent joy, a quality that flourishes when individuals recognize the extraordinary privilege of conscious existence itself. This goes infinitely beyond fleeting happiness dependent on external circumstances, representing instead a fundamental appreciation for the miracle of awareness regardless of momentary conditions. Those embodying transcendent joy maintain access to regenerative emotional frequencies even when navigating challenging experiences, preventing the accumulation of heavy emotional energies that accelerate physical aging. Their systems consistently produce optimal levels of endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, and other biochemical compounds associated with regeneration rather than deterioration. This continuous biochemical bath literally preserves cellular integrity that others lose through chronic stress patterns and emotional depletion. If strangers consistently underestimate your age by 25 or more years, your capacity for transcendent joy may be the spiritual mechanism maintaining your remarkable youthfulness. These individuals often display an unusual lightness in their movements and expressions, as if they're less burdened by the gravitational pull of dense emotions that typically accumulate through decades of living. Their laughter comes easily and authentically. Their appreciation for simple moments remains childlike in its freshness, and their presence communicates a contagious aliveness that others find mysteriously rejuvenating. These 10 spiritual dimensions collectively create what ancient traditions called the immortal countenance. Not literal physical immortality, but a quality of being where the spirit's eternal nature visibly influences physical manifestation. While we've explored each dimension separately, they typically develop interdependently, creating a spiritual ecology where growth in one area naturally enhances others. The youthful appearance maintained by those embodying these qualities isn't achieved through desperate attempts to preserve youth, but emerges naturally as a physical reflection of their inner harmony. This understanding offers a profound alternative to contemporary culture's superficial approaches to aging, suggesting that sustainable youthfulness emerges not from external interventions, but from spiritual cultivation and consciousness development. Each of these dimensions represents a potential already latent within every human soul, awaiting cultivation through conscious choice and consistent practice. The recognition that your physical appearance directly reflects your spiritual development offers a powerful motivation for inner work that transcends vanity, pointing instead toward the possibility of embodying timeless qualities that benefit not only yourself but everyone your life touches. As you reflect on these spiritual dimensions of ageless appearance, consider which qualities already express through your being and which await further development. Remember that authentic spiritual growth is never about comparison or competition, but about honoring your unique soul journey through conscious cultivation of your highest potentials. The youthfulness that emerges through spiritual development transcends mere appearance, manifesting as a vitality and presence that communicates possibility to everyone you encounter. Your journey toward embodying these timeless qualities contributes something precious to our collective evolution, a living demonstration that human potential extends far beyond conventional limitations. We sincerely hope this exploration has illuminated aspects of your own experience and offered inspiring possibilities for your continuing development. I'd be deeply honored if you would join our growing community of consciousness explorers by subscribing to our channel. Your presence enriches our collective journey toward understanding these profound dimensions of human potential. If this message has resonated with your own experience or offered new perspectives, please share it with others who might benefit from these insights. We'd love to hear about your personal journey with these spiritual qualities. Which dimensions have you cultivated that might explain why others see you as remarkably youthful? What practices have helped you develop these attributes? Your unique story might contain exactly the inspiration someone else needs to recognize and develop their own spiritual gifts. Together, we're creating a community that celebrates the extraordinary possibilities available when we approach life through spiritual awareness rather than material limitation. Thank you for sharing this exploration with us. Until our paths cross again in the next video, may your spirit's timeless nature continue illuminating your physical journey through this remarkable human experience.